We're thrilled to introduce someone truly inspiring to the Tom Talks Success podcast.
I always joke with the girls, I go, shyness gets you two things, broke and single.
Yeah.
Who is Monica Suleski?
The visionary CEO of Eclectic Elements and Sexy Bedding, a celebrity designer and an author.
Loving ourselves is taking care of ourselves. Like the biggest form of love is discipline.
Yeah.
Confidence would be love yourself, exercise, eat well, meditate, pray, work on yourself.
Do you think that events is one of the best forms for people to network and find partners?
Listen, it depends on.
What's going on, friends? Thank you so much for tuning in for another great episode of Tom Talk Success, where we bring you a lot of different entrepreneurs, real estate investors, just people that want to level up. And today I have the pleasure to introduce one of the biggest interior designers in Miami and probably all over the country, Monica. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Pleasure of mine. I guess let's just jump right into it, right?
Thank you for having me.
Of course, my pleasure.
As I always say, it's just another beautiful day in paradise.
I love it. I love it. And I feel like we do live in paradise.
We live in the hottest, sexiest city, Miami, in the whole USA. Come on, we're voted #1 for healthiest.
Wow.
And Florida is the second year in a row, second richest state. It's paradise.
I don't complain here. You know, I came from Israel. We were looking to a place to kind of have the kind of same weather and same place, and we just fell in love with Miami. It was actually between either New York or Miami.
Miami.
We made the right choice.
You made the right choice. It's for me, Miami. It takes me to the heavens. Listen, either it takes you to the heaven or it can take you to the bottom, to the depths of the ocean. But Miami, I love it. It's so many people from all over the world. It's multicultural. The people are interesting. It's just, I love collaborating with people. I mean, all my friends are from, you sit at a dining room table, they're from Asia, from Italy, from South America, from Europe, all over the whole world. So it's so interesting here. I'm forever in love with Miami.
I want to ask you, actually, are you a believer that people should, for sure, sometimes even pay more, or sometimes literally change their whole lives in terms of where they live, just to live in a place where it's a good weather, they're comfortable, they like it? Like, how important was this in your life?
100%.
Wow.
I love Miami because it's vacation life. Every day I can go to the beach, which I do. Today I just was in the beach in the morning. For me, Miami, it makes me happier than I already am. We're always sunny. And if it's rainy, as I always say, when it's rainy, I say it's just a dreamy, what's the rain? It's dreamy, mystical, magical day. So I love the rain. For me, Miami has been amazing. I've been in love with Miami since I've been a little kid. I'd rather live here and have a beautiful, sunny day than live somewhere else and make 3 times the amount. I don't care. For me, my personal happiness is 100% worth it.
Wow. So when was kind of like in your life that you moved to Miami and started your life here?
Actually, I'm born in LA, but I never lived there. My parents met in Miami, and then they left here, but we were always back and forth between Miami. So since I've been a little kid, we've always had a house, go back and forth. I never wanted to go back to Pennsylvania. I was always in love with Miami. I felt better here. I love the weather. I love the people. For me, Miami is just pure paradise. It's been good to me. Wow.
Well, it's been good to all of us.
Yeah, it's been good to all of us.
So I want to ask you, so when is it was that when you kind of started your younger life, or was that kind of something later in your life? When did you kind of started to like the interior designing, furniture, all those stuff?
The reason that I love design is only because it's transformation. As I always say, your home is your vision board. When you wake up in the morning, you have to be inspired. You have to love to get up and love what you see. And at night, it's your healing home. For me, I'm always in love with design because it has the power to change your emotions. When you walk into a place and just the way it's designed, the colors, it can make you happier than you already are. I love it when you walk into a room and you feel peace, abundance. You just feel happy. So that's why I love design, and always I'm gonna love design because of that.
I agree with you 100%. And for me, I'm looking at Miami, and in the last 5 years, I see the tremendous amount of brands, and all of them. You see the Mercedes, the Dolce & Gabbana, the 11 Residence. What are your takes on all of those? The design is really become a main factor of people living.
Design, they're integrating everything with design. Design is lifestyle. Now they're putting all the buildings named after a car, but think about it, everything is geared to lifestyle to make you happy. Think about it when you are in a home, doesn't matter the size, but it's furnished beautifully, it makes you happier. When you drive a car and it feels comfortable and it's just a happy ride, you know? So this whole Miami, what is it? It's a lifestyle. We're selling to make you happy. Have the beautiful condo, house, whatever you want, get the beautiful car. But as I always say, everything's possible. For me in life, I always tell people, it's easy. It's just you use the power of your thoughts, your words, and of course take action. And then money is just a byproduct. It's an energy. Abundance comes. For me, it comes when you do the right things. It's like life is all about choices. We choose the right food. We choose the right friends, we choose the books to read, we choose the belief system, the beliefs that we want to believe. So
Correct.
Everything's in the mind. For me, life is about the mindset. That's it.
So I want to ask you, when you started your interior design career, how you were able to get so much big names out there, as a clients? You're obviously well known to have big clients.
I'm just super persistent, consistent. I host a lot of events. I love hosting events, bringing like-minded people together. I meet more people, collaborations. For me, it's like there is no no's. Everything's possible. Like the world, as I always say, I look at the clouds and what do I see every morning? The world is limitless. It's boundless. So it's just about, I just keep going. Connections. I always say, like, your relationships determine the quality of your life. You pick the right husband, you pick the right friends, you pick the right businesses. Everything for me is about relationships and connections.
So what would you say to the people that look at you as kind of like a model in terms of like a mentor to their career and they want to be like you one day? What would you tell them in terms of how you were able to get those connections that you made?
Basically, first, my whole life begins with health. Health is your wealth. Always discipline. I'm super disciplined, like training the 6 days a week. My whole life is very disciplined. So I would tell anyone, if you're disciplined in one thing, you're going to be disciplined in the other things. For me, I just never stopped. I kept going. One thing opened, one door opened another door. As I always tell people, a hello gets you everything. Like one time I was at the gym and I pulled out my car keys because the guys didn't say hello. I said, see this car key? It's from hellos, multiple hellos. It's always about never being shy, going after what I want, saying hi to everyone. I make a call. I'm not afraid to call someone or say hello to someone. So I would tell anyone, like I always say, shyness, I would tell the people, it doesn't get you anywhere. Unless I'm a computer techie that I don't have to see the world.
Yeah.
But just saying hello, being friendly with people. Also, I believe exercising all the time and being healthy. I eat super healthy, meditation, prayer. You just feel happy and people feel that. So they want to talk to you. They want to know who you are. So again, I'm going to say health is the key to everything. And honestly, if that discipline got me everywhere I need it in life.
Wow, that's amazing. So can you tell us more about your kind of daily routine?
Daily routine, let's say today before I came here,
Let's
I
do
get
it.
up, it's meditation, it's prayer. I make fresh juices, healthy food, gym, sauna. My whole life, I put my health first. I've always done that since I've been
So
it's
been like that since
it's
you
my
kind
whole
of,
life.
Wow.
I have a son, he does the same. So it's about being focused. I don't drink. It's like, what's the point of it? So it's about everything in my life. It's like I look at things, it's either healing foods or self-sabotage. So for me, it's always about being a better version of myself. And think about it, the better I become, my friends are better. If they're better, I become better. So I also believe in, what you put out is what you get back. It is a universal law of energy. As I always say, you take the spiritual world, which really is, your thoughts are a frequency, your words, everything. Your words are so powerful. And then, of course, actions. Like I say, I love this. I say you mix the spiritual world with the material world and you create magic. I love hosting events, bringing awareness to people. I love hosting entrepreneurship events. I do charity events. I like also hosting events with spirituality, bringing people awareness to how important your mind is, how important meditation is. And again, it all goes back to how important health is. For me, I have a brand, Sexy Bedding. I created that brand because people need to value their sleep. Think about it. There's 3 things that are free. Watch the sunrise, watch the sunset, and sleep. And guess what? Your body heals through all of those. So everything that I do is geared for you to be happy. Why do I love furniture? Because let's say you walk into a room and it's beautifully furnished. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's just the way you do it. It makes you feel happy. You walk in certain restaurants, you're like, I love it. I want to stay here. Others, I want to run out. So everything is like, I want to be happy. So I make myself happier by having a better design, by sleeping better, by eating better. I even promote a water brand. Why? Because water hydrates you. So any product that I'm ever going to promote, it's because I want to make you happy and high on life with no substance.
Wow. That's a truly amazing routine, I would say.
But you make a choice in life. We have choices and in everything in life. But I will tell anyone, you walk into a room and you're healthy and you're fit, it's like you feel better. It's you are your business card. Think about it.
I agree.
Everything about you, it's like when you meet someone, we're all energy. So it's how I feel when I'm next to you. People buy from who they like. And not everybody's going to like you. It is what it is. But you know what? You have to love being yourself. Am I happy every morning? Do I love being who I am? Yes, and that's important. Everyone has to love being who they are.
So, first of all, that's amazing. I really love to kind of your perspective on that. But I want to, let's say there is people in the audience that want to feel that way, but unfortunately with circumstances in their life and, stuff that didn't go to their plan, they just don't feel that. They don't feel confidence in themselves. They don't feel like they're happy with their life. What was some of the stuff you will tell those people?
I mean, listen, 40% of our happiness in the morning comes from our actions. Anyone can pray. Anyone can meditate. You can do guided meditations if you don't know how to meditate. Imagine just listening to those words every day. The words have the power to change your DNA. So the gym, anyone can, if you don't have time to go to a gym, get out of your bed and you can buy the bands, you can do push-ups, you can do any type of physical exercise. The grass is free outside. Whether you live in a building, you can walk on the grass barefoot. If you're close to the beach, okay, go to the beach. But let's say you have no time. Guess what? You can spend 15 minutes in the morning and exercise right out of your bed, push-ups, whatever. And then meditation and prayer, that's all free. I mean, but you have to be disciplined. You have to want to get better. Also, depending upon who you hang out with. If whoever hangs out with me, they're going to drink less, they're going to want to work out. Pick your friends. So that's important. But everyone, if you're happy, you're contagious. If I'm happy, I can make other people happy. It's contagious. It's a frequency. Make a choice to choose the right friends. For me, read books. I listen to audible.com every single day. I'm learning. Every day I'm learning, I'm evolving. And think about all my friends. I tell them about the new books, this and that. So as I learn, and let's say someone who knows more than me, I'm learning from them. So my whole life is based on living, learning, growing, and evolving, and sharing it. And this is what I'm here for. And I always going to be love furniture because it's transformation.
Wow.
Bedding is transformation. The better you sleep, you're going to be more focused. Everything in your life is better. But for anybody, I would just start small. I mean, guided meditation, I still do guided meditation. I love it. Just hearing those words. Whatever you want to work on, put it in YouTube. That's what I do. And it's
Why
so
not?
simple. And it's all free. Watch
Yeah.
the sunrise. It's
Correct.
free and it's magical. Watch the sunset. The best things in life are free. For me, it's like I was at the beach this morning. It's magical. I want to stay there forever. But then I had this podcast. I said, I'll come.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm glad I
joking,
came.
I'm joking.
I'm happy to come.
Well, so you're saying that essentially the way to at least the first step to get better with your life is through meditation, through praying, through
take
health.
care of yourself, loving yourself. Listen, if I love myself, so that means if you're my boyfriend, I could love you more. Imagine we have to love ourselves first. And loving ourselves is taking care of ourselves. Like the biggest form of love is discipline, of self-care. Number one is to invest in yourself. I invest in myself. I listen to books. I invest in my food. I invest in my exercise. I invest in myself first. Because when I'm well, everyone else around me is well.
That is important statements because I feel like a lot of people actually don't see it that way. They see the different way, meaning...
No, health is number one.
Correct.
What good is if you have all the things you wanted, but you're not healthy?
I agree with that.
What good is that? I'd rather have my health. I take my health in a studio over my health in, I don't know, a big house.
Correct.
So for me, health is everything. Material things are nice. It doesn't fulfill me. What fulfills me actually is just inner peace, happiness. If someone says, what is success? It's inner peace. Yeah, the material things are nice, but they're nice. It's not that I don't like them, but I just want to be happy and at peace with myself and everyone around me.
So you mentioning a couple of times how important it is in your life to first of all help yourself, but also help others.
Yeah,
was that how could you possibly how were you able to develop that kind of mantra?
I've been like this since I've been a little kid. I'm always like, guys, let's have one girl. She hit me up I don't know. I knew her from years ago when I was a kid. She goes, "You're still the same." We're like,
Wow.
Let's have fun. I like to be entertained, and I like to entertain others. Meaning, I want to make you laugh. I want to excite you. When I'm selling, I want to make you happy. All the books I've read, listen, I'm constantly learning, and I just want to keep learning more. That's exciting to me. When you meet people, let's say ones that they don't read or whatever, so you're giving information and then you're bringing them awareness to other things in life than just the material things. That the energy world to me is so important.
It
exists. It exists. It's by research, by science. But people for me, it's about knowing the world that you live in and the magic that it has. The world is truly magic, but people don't believe it. Our body's magic. I heal myself with meditation and food. I never get sick because it's your mind creates everything. Your emotions, if you don't release your traumas, it turns into a physical disease. So people need to pass the page. People hold things in. I always say if someone does something wrong, I'm like, okay, bless and release, next, let's pass the page. I wish you the best, goodbye. But it's about not holding any resentment. Forgiveness is, for me, the biggest thing. People need to forgive. If someone does something okay, they're on a different frequency, it's okay, let's pass the page, I wish you the best, because wishing everyone the best is wishing yourself the best. Holding on to resentment or ever thinking people want to get other people back, such a waste of time. Let's pass the page and live our best day.
And it's so important to be, like you said, in a high frequency where you're negativity just doesn't come your way.
No, the thing is that you don't get anything from that. Being good, you get everything, meaning what you put out is what you get out of life. For me, it's there is a universal law of energy. And do I believe that 100%?
Yeah,
it's in research.
for sure.
So, if I could tell anyone, let's say if they're 20 years old, read lots of books, find a mentor that you like, that you want to be like, and be good to other people. And always, instead of asking, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Because everybody in this, they what can I get from you? No, how can we work together? How can we collaborate together? So it's a mutual benefit for both of us. Me, I love throwing events and things because it's about, again, bringing awareness, bringing like-minded people together. People meet. It's a great feeling, when you see someone happy, or let's say you're introduced to someone, they got married, they have kids. It's it makes you feel happy.
Do you think that events is one of the best forms, especially here in Miami, for people to network and find partners and find whatever relationships or whatever?
Listen, it depends on what you want from the event, what's your end goal. People can meet anywhere. Right now, I kind of feel smaller things are better, 20 people, so you get to connect one-on-one. I've thrown big events, 200-300 people, and they're nice too, for brand awareness, you can still meet. But me, I've done all that, and I'll still do it again. But what I love most is small, intimate groups, because when you connect with someone, you can't connect when there's 300 people. When you really get to know someone, then you get to know how they are, and you can read them, you can see what they need, vice versa, how you can help them. So at this point in my life, I like smaller groups.
Wow.
But I'm still going to do the big groups. I'll still do them, but I feel you get so much more in the smaller groups. The big groups, everyone's going around like crazy, they can't focus. Smaller groups, they focus.
Wow. So, Monica, I want to ask you kind of a different aspect of a question. So let's say you're going back 20 years, 30 years, whatever in your life. What was some of the stuff you'll do differently, if there are any?
Okay, differently, I would have started reading books when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
That's one thing I would have done different. I would have really just do that. I mean, come on, if we know what we know now, like,
Yeah,
it'd
of
be
course,
different.
of course.
But if I could, like, I would have read more back then. I mean, it wasn't that I was always healthy and doing things. I would have done that. I was never shy, so I cannot say that, to
Yeah.
be more outspoken. I was always like, I was doing big parties with 200 people at 18 years old. So I always joke with the girls. I go, shyness gets you two things, broke and single.
Yeah.
It was a joke, but it's
But
true.
it's true.
Listen, all you have to do is say hi to someone. What's the worst they can say? They're either in business, hi, you offer, I talk to people all the time. Let's see, how can we collaborate together? Like, what can we do? It would be that pretty much just if I would have started reading at 5 years old, because when you read, it just expands your mind and you see the world different. Also, reading books about everything, about business, and the world, about, I don't know, the mysteries of the world are so exciting. Like, we're all telepathic, we're all psychic, but we lose how to use it. But I think it would be a mix of all types of books: business, spirituality, the power of the mind, again, health. It would be like a balance. I mean, I was always healthy, but yeah, books geared to relationships. I mean, think about it. People go into relationships, business or personal or girlfriend and boyfriend. They don't know how to manage a relationship. It's the same thing in businesses. They get hot-tempered. They need to have emotional intelligence. That's a big thing. People need to you need to, like, okay, we're adults here, like, don't take anything personally. Like, I love the 4 agreements. Your word is your word. Don't assume, don't take anything personal, and do your best. A lot of people assume. You just don't assume that the person's thinking that. You have no idea what they're thinking. Communication is key in everything in life.
How you were able, and I'm sorry I'm cutting you off, but how you were able to communicate, I guess, better with the times, better with the years? Was that like any certain tips you can give to the audience in terms of communication?
I'm always like, I never fight with people. Like, right away, like, if we have an issue, I confront it.
Wow.
That's the way I operate. Some people don't. They might, you confront them or whatever. They assume you say something, and then, you explain yourself immediately, but they hold the grudge. You know what I mean? But people need to be, I think, fluid. Don't be rigid. Think about life. If we're talking, I have my way I'm thinking, and I have to understand your way to understand where you're coming from. It's about communication is key for everything. I mean, it keeps a work relationship together, it keeps a marriage together, a girlfriend and boyfriend, or just personal relationships between guy friends and girlfriends, meaning like 2 guys that are friends. But relationships is everything, knowing how to manage the relationship, knowing what to say, when to keep your mouth closed. Even if you're upset, like, don't talk. Wait till later,
So you seems like a very, like self-confident woman. But I want to ask you, what would you tell to the women that are not like you? They want to be like you and are not just like not like you.
Confidence would be love yourself, exercise, eat well, meditate, pray, work on yourself. Think about it like, okay, sexy bedding, it wasn't about that, sexy isn't just not that, it's internal and external. But a woman that's sexy, she doesn't have to be the prettiest girl. Like, I always tell, pretty enough gets you through the front door.
Yeah.
So it's about confidence. Like, same thing in a guy. He could be whatever, let's say a 6, but he's super confident and he walks in there, he just became a 10. So for girls, like, I think in Miami, they base so much on the looks and this and that, but let's work on both. Let's work on our mind. To me, the sexiest thing on a person is their mind. If I meet somebody and your mind intrigues me, like, about the energy, the everything. It's exciting. I want to learn. So for I would say, like, the same thing I think for a guy. You can meet a pretty girl, but if it's an empty shell, you'll get bored. What keeps you is the mind. The same thing a guy.
Agree,
if I met
100%.
a super hot guy and you open your mouth and there's nothing there, right away I don't find you attractive. It's a mind stimulation, So I would tell any girl, like, love yourself. First, work out. I tell anyone, work out 5 to 6 times a week. Invest in yourself. I would invest in myself. Forget about wasting your money on all those designer clothes. If you don't have the drive to work out, invest in a trainer, get good food. Instead of going out and drinking, what does alcohol do for you? It ages you, it messes you up. Okay, you want to have a celebration, okay, a champagne once in a while for a special thing, but that's not going to help you. That lowers your frequency, and it actually is a depressant. So definitely I would tell them, any girl, work out and read a lot. Because the body alone, the physical is not enough. You need to be intellectual inside. Be exciting, like excite my mind with a conversation.
Wow.
I mean, even any guy, if you're good looking and you have nothing to tell me, like excite my mind about the mysteries of the world, about business, about, I don't know, something that intrigues my mind, because that's like, what is passion, love, and desires? It's everything. You're exciting my mind. I look at you and I get excited. It's like, I always say, I live for passion, love, and desires.
Yeah.
I want to be excited. Whether I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that's, we're just friends, I want to be, give me exciting conversation. Make me laugh. Make my brain work and just be high.
So I want to ask you actually something about relationships. It seems like you really like this, topic and
Well, because it's everything in life.
yeah, it is. It is. And I think it's the most important part for sure.
Everything.
Because I guess
Wait,
without...
if they tell you, I was listening to something. So if they tell you, you could, what would you, if you could have the perfect relationship, not perfect because nothing's perfect, but a beautiful relationship and be in love with a girl and be truly in love. Okay, all the money and no girl. Less money and the girl that just set your soul on fire. Me, I take the less money.
For sure.
For me, I believe in love. I live for love. I believe in love is everything. I mean, you could have everything in the world. If you don't have that soulmate, you're kind of missing.
Or you're by yourself, yeah.
Or if
for
you're
sure.
by yourself. You know,
sure.
so I believe people say, oh, I don't want to relate. That's not true. If you met the right girl or guy, you would want a relationship. Because with love, when two people are in love, okay, so ladies, if you meet a guy and you're both working for a goal and you both love each other, it's an energy. Abundance comes, People, even when you work together with that guy and you really in love, just the frequency of those two goes boom, and money comes really fast.
So I want to talk to, actually, I think it's going to be interesting for the audience to hear it too. So there is a lot of women and girls, whatever you want to call it, out there that really looking for a man just, and I see it a lot, especially here in Miami, that they just go basically for the money. And
I'll tell you what I think about that.
yeah, for me, it's catastrophic. I think it's bullshit. I think it's minimized the girls too. There's no self-confidence. To me, what a turn on is definitely when the girl is she want to build something, she want to do something in her life.
100%. Listen, I would tell any girl I would marry for love. I'm not going to, if I was, when I did get married, I would rather have my daughter be in love and marry the guy with the ambition than the guy that has everything and she's not in love. I want my daughter to be in love. That's the most amazing. I don't have a daughter, I have a son though. That's the most, but if I had, even my son, I want him to be in love with the girl, that it's passion, love, and desires, that you're truly in love with her. I don't want her to love him because he has money. I want him to love her. I want her to love him because he's truly in love. I believe in love. When I got married, he didn't have anything. It was love, and we built together. So I truly believe in that. I tell all girls, they're all worried about, I said, I don't care if the guy has a plane. I can't sleep with your plane. I can't sleep with your house. I believe in chemistry. So for me, I would tell any woman that. But the problem is they're programmed from society.
Exactly.
Marry the rich guy, and I get it. I mean, who doesn't want it all, and I'm not saying not to get it all, but I wouldn't tell any girl just to be with a guy for that. Because what is that? That's a prison. That's a glass prison. So you've just given up. You've given up love for security. Who cares? At the end of the day, the Birkin bag and all these clothes. Who cares?
It's only a bag in the end of the day.
It's only a bag. Listen, you can find another brand that looks just as good.
Exactly.
But everybody, I don't care about brands. I believe in if I like it, I buy it. If it's not a brand, I don't care. As long as if I look good in it, whether the dress is $50 or whether it's $5,000, I don't care as long as I feel good in it. And that's what's most important. Nobody cares what brand you're wearing. And if they do, who cares?
Right.
I wouldn't care. If someone's going to look at me and say, I'm not branded, I don't care. I wear whatever I feel like it. I love what Gary Vee said about the sneakers and all these things and how many people to validate themselves. I don't care. No, I'm not going to go buy a Birkin bag. I don't care. I don't like it. It's not my thing. But if whoever likes it, I don't want to say to anybody, but whoever likes it, go buy it. If it makes you happy. It's not what makes me happy. The beach will make me happier.
You're saying really focus on the stuff, don't never focus on the stuff of other people thinking about you.
I don't care. Listen, be authentically, say what you want. I don't care. I meet a lot of young girls like I want this, I want that. I go, why don't you focus on getting an apartment? Forget the car. You don't need you're hot anyway. Like the guy doesn't care whether you have the Birkin bag or whether you have,
Correct.
I don't know, a Pinko bag or whatever. Who cares? A Zara bag. Zara's got nice clothes. Focus on yourself, make the money, save the money, buy an apartment. Like I'd rather have a nice home than a fancy car because my home is my sanctuary. It's my heaven on earth. I mean, I would tell people don't waste, young girls that really can't afford the expensive stuff. You can't afford it, don't buy it. Like, who cares? Just buy what you can. You know, for me, more important would be being fit and healthy, and I'll take the Sarah dress over the Cavalli dress.
For sure.
I'd rather, when you take care of your body and you look in the mirror and you wake up every morning and you look at yourself, you say, I love being myself, I look good. That's important. Self-talk yourself. Oh, a big mistake that girls do is they talk negative about themselves. I hear them like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I go, I would never say that about myself. I look in the mirror and I say, I look good. You know, like you're telling that, you're programming your cells. Whatever you say, your cells hear it, and it's what's going to happen. Some girls, they say these negative things and they start looking like that because your words are so powerful. We're made of water, okay? So imagine you talk to water in a beautiful way, it crystallizes beautiful. You speak to it negatively, it's like daggers.
Wow.
So think about it, we're all water. Always say beautiful things to yourself. 5 minutes self-talk. Look in the mirror while you're whatever. Let's say you're doing, I don't know, the jade roller, right? And you just say positive things to yourself.
Love it.
And if you don't have something nice to say to someone, don't say anything. You know, just
Keep it to yourself.
I always like to make everything a beautiful story. Like, I don't believe in death. I believe in transformation. We never die. I don't believe in that word. It's just, that's why I tell people, you know what, I'll see you again.
A different face, yeah.
It's a different way, but why not make it like easier for you to register? Like people, like they know, I'm going to see you again. I'm going to see you in my dreams. I believe in the other dimension.
Well, that is actually so nice. Like I love kind of you point out some different stuff and then you point out with the water. I actually didn't like it. That's an interesting point.
We're all water. Imagine you take someone that says, I'm a wellness being, I'm a healing being, my life's getting better and better every day. You're programming your brain, where our subconscious hears it. That's why I joke with all my girls. I go, it's just another beautiful day in paradise. It is just another beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah.
And all my girls, we joke about that. Do I believe that? Yes. I believe my life gets better and better. I believe it. My connections get better and better. The power of the thoughts is so important. People don't believe it. I can think something and they're going to call me. Like, read about it, guys. It's so interesting. I have to say that world is so interesting.
Well, to finish the podcast, what will be the last kind of point if you were to pick one thing to tell to the audience? What would you share with them?
One thing to do or what?
Whatever you want, like a one good tip or a one good way of thinking, whatever you choose.
I don't know. Okay, so every morning you wake up and you make a choice to make it the best day. Like, I wake up in the morning, I look outside and I say, the world is magic. It's every day gets better and better. I self-talk myself and spell myself every single day. Wake up with, forget about whatever happened, go to bed always happy. Wake up in the morning and I don't know, I look at the clouds and I say, the world is limitless. Definitely I'd say go to the gym because that keeps me high. I always say that I'm high on life because of the exercise, the food, also the people that I choose to surround myself with, the people that I work with. I love all of them. They're beautiful energies. So I make a choice. I make a choice to be happy every day. I do something that I love. I don't care, like people work and work and work, and then they just work and work. Forget about it. Work and have fun on the ride up.
Wow.
What good is it? Like you work and work. Suppose you don't make it to that day.
Exactly.
Have fun every single day. I have fun every day.
Wow.
I make a point of having fun every single day of my life.
Love it. Monica, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on and
You're
sharing
welcome.
these incredible points of, I think, kind of summarize it is like how to live a better life, how to be happy.
How to be happy in
Exactly.
life, you know? I mean, I also have a book, Life by Design, which is a transformation guide to create the life you love. And it's just a 100-page book, very simple, but like, I want to wake you up to live your best life ever. Enjoy every day. Get rid of the people in your life that are negative, that are toxic. I mean, sometimes they could be family members, so you just kind of disconnect. You have the power to change your life in every aspect. Like, we have a choice. My life is the way it is because I create it that way. My body's this way because I create it. My mind is the beliefs that I choose to believe. I don't
Love it.
believe a lot of things that the world says to us. I have my own belief system, but whatever makes you happy. For me, it's I want to be happy, and I want everyone else around me to be happy.
Love it. Monica, how can people find you on social media?
Follow me at Monica Miami Designer. I'm also at Sexy Bedding and Eclectic Elements.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another great episode. We had a pleasure to host Monica today.
Pleasure to be
And
here.
make sure to tune in for the next episode and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.